We saw the best of both teams. We saw the worst of both teams yesterday. And it's been a day. And I still haven't got my head around how we got that win. Cole Palmer carries us this whole season. If he don't get player of the season, if he don't get young player of the Premier League season, if he doesn't get into the England squad, what is going on? This boy has been magic this whole season. Without him, we'd be in a relegation battle for sure. I mean, he's only a few goals off the golden boot. It's insane. He could actually win it. There's actually a legitimate chance and a legitimate shout. You could do with putting some money on it because the way he's carrying on, there's every chance and every way that he could actually win the golden boot this season, win PFA Young Players Award, win the Chelsea Player of the Year Award, the Chelsea Young Player of the Year Award. He's going to win it all. He's been phenomenal. Thank you, Man City. Thank you, Joe Shields. Mauricio Pochettino didn't even want him. Didn't even rate the lad. Didn't want him at the club. And he saved him. He saved him his job this season. That's a fact. If it weren't for Cole Palmer, Mauricio Pochettino would not be in this job. No way. We'd be absolutely screwed this season. Phenomenal he's been. Absolutely outstanding. But this was the best of both teams and the worst of both teams. United have been in the mud this season, but they haven't been quite as bad as we have. Let's have it right. And heading into this game, no fan of both sides had any confidence in their teams, and rightfully so. Rightfully so, because we've both been fucking dreadful all season. This is the worst Man United side I've ever seen in the last 20 years. This is the worst Chelsea team I've seen in the last 20 years. Why should we have any confidence in both sides? And they both proved that, especially in the first half. Just awful. Great start. United looked on top. But then out of nowhere, 4 minutes in, Malo Gusto, who's been phenomenal this season, down the right-hand side, yet again, doing his stuff, doing what he does best, finding a bit of space, beating a man, getting the ball into the box, cutting it back, takes a lucky deflection, and it falls to Conor Gallagher on the edge of the area, hits it first time, and I should have done better, I suppose, goes through someone's legs, and it ends up in the back of the net. 1-0 Chelsea, 4 minutes in. That gives the lads a bit of confidence. We're playing quite well after that. United look on the back foot a little bit. And then down the left-hand side, it's Cucurella, who underlaps, gets the ball. Anthony gets it wrong. Definite penalty, stonewall. And up steps Cole Palmer for his 12th penalty of the season. And no nerves from the lad. Balls of steel, cold as ice cold, stone cold, cold Palmer. Of course he does. Of course he puts it in the back of the net. Why should we even doubt this boy's going to slot it away? Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. We're 2-0 up, cruising. United are on the ropes now. And it's clear that their heads are gone, lost. And we have them where we want them. But it's always the dangerous with Chelsea, at home especially, being 2-0 up. Always dangerous. We're never safe. We're never comfortable. Should need to score more. And what happens? The same thing that has happened all season long. All season long. The passing costs us. Sloppy passes, sloppy mistakes at the back. And this time it's Caicedo. I mean, he was awful today. And he wasn't the only one. He maybe could have had some help. Badiashile should have been saying, no, pointing, pass it back to the keeper. But he tries to give it to Badiashile, gets it all wrong. And it lands to Garnacho, who's through on goal. Badiashile doesn't stand a chance of getting back. Petrovic comes out, gets beat, and it's 2-1. Head's completely gone, lost. You feel from that moment, this is United's game. This is United's game to win. And it didn't take them long to find the second goal in the first half. Good ball to the back post. There's Bruno Fernandes. And it's 2-2. And you feel like this is what we expect from our team. This is what we get from our team every fucking week. Just weak. Weak mentality. Weak in the spine. Just weak everywhere. No fight, no determination, no mentality, just everything just gone. And that's half time. Why should we have any confidence coming into the second half that we're going to do any better? Because every game, when we play well in the first half, we are dreadful in the second. And we come out and it's pretty much the same. It's a ping-pong basketball game, back and forth. Both teams just giving the ball away. Both teams very dreadful. You know it's just going to come down to one chance. Who it's going to fall to, who knows? Yeah, it fell to Man United, didn't it? Great ball from Anthony. He was having a good game for them. He hasn't had many this season, from what I've seen and what I've heard. He hasn't been worth the money they've splashed out. But watching him today, I thought there's a decent player in there. If you get the right manager and the right players around him, he could actually be a very good player. You've got a player in there. It's just getting it out, finding a way to having consistently perform in that way every week. It's just been a hard thing for United this season, but he's not the only one in that team. They've got a lot of problems, and Anthony is not the highest on the list, in my opinion. They suffered from setbacks in their centre-backs. I mean, the injuries were laughable for them. Johnny Evans came on at half-time and was off in 20 minutes. Yeah, anyway, great ball from Anthony. Finds Garnacho. And, yeah, it's 3-2. And at this point, you're thinking, yeah, game over. Oh, well. We put up a bit of a fight. We look pretty good going forward, but defensively we are shocking. Badiashile and Disasi, we know now, are not the answer. They are not our first choice centre-backs. Definitely, without question. When Colwell and Fofana, hopefully at some point, if ever, come back, they still stand a chance of getting in there. Because these two are absolutely shocking, and I wouldn't be sad if they were sold in the summer, because they are jokes. They cannot be our first choice centre-backs. They are not good enough. How Thiago Silva's sitting out on the bench, just doing absolutely nothing for this game, is laughable. We're 3-2 down. He brings on a couple of subs. Chukwuemeka's thrown on. Sterling's thrown on. And yeah, I have no confidence. I like Chukwuemeka. And he did impact the game quite a bit, in my opinion. Did change it up a little bit. Sterling, on the other hand, it's just not been his season. He's been dreadful. Then he brings on Alfie Gilchrist and Trevor Chalobah. For Malo Gusto, he makes two defensive changes. It makes no sense. For Malo Gusto and Disasi, I think, or Badiashile, one of them goes off. They were it doesn't matter because they were dreadful. Chalobah comes on, he was all right. Alfie Gilchrist. Yeah, that's just the levels we're at the moment, really, him coming on. For Malo Gusto, who was one of our better players, maybe he was tired, maybe he wasn't fit enough to play the whole 90. Understandable, but by that point, you're thinking this game is done, over, finished. Madueke comes on, and one thing I do like about Madueke, he will have a go. He will try. He'll try and run at players, he'll try and have a shot. It might not come off, but he will give it a go. And that's where this came from. This result was Madueke having a go. He ran at the defence. He caused a problem on that right-hand side. And Dalot, yeah, unfortunate, he did fall over. But he fell over and fell into Madueke, which caused Madueke to go down in the box. It took him forever to determine that this was a stonewall penalty. I mean, come on. Why did it take him so long? Them taking so long cost United the game. VAR taking so long over that penalty decision cost them the game. Yeah, Cole Palmer steps up again. And at this point, I'm like, do you know what? I don't mind if you miss Cole. You've carried us enough this season. It's okay. What does he go and do? Puts it away again. He rescues us again. It's 3-3. And by this point, you're thinking, do you know what? Kind of a fair result. Both teams have been absolutely mid. This has been the mid-off of the season. Both teams in front, throwing it away. Just poor play all over the park. Everyone, apart from one or two players, I'd say Anthony, Garnacho, Cole Palmer were the shining lights of this game, really. The rest were pretty damn awful. Bruno Fernandes at times was okay. Enzo Fernandes at times was okay. But overall, yeah, just fucking dreadful from the majority. And then, oh yeah, Mason Mount coming on the pitch. I forgot about him and his booze when they were 3-2 up. And it G'd up the Chelsea fans a little bit. Anyway, Cole Palmer scored the penalty. It's 3-3. You're thinking, fair result in the end. And then we have another chance. And we fluff our lines a little bit. It falls to Carney Chukwuemeka, who takes a shot, deflects off Mason Mount, I think, I'm pretty sure. And it could have gone anywhere. It goes out for a corner. And we've been shocking at corners all game. Just nothing coming from them. And it's been the same pretty much. Also, without Thiago Silva on the pitch, there is no threat at set pieces for us. It's been the same all season. So you're not thinking anything's going to happen. We're going to take this corner. We're going to waste it again. And it's just going to end this game. Just end this game. End this season for both teams. It's been pathetic. But Man United switch off completely. And Cole Palmer's just standing there all by himself. Like a nerd at a school disco. No one interested. Enzo Fernandes sees this and he just rolls the ball to him. Cole Palmer looks around thinking, no one in. I'm all by myself. Might as well have a dig. Shoots, deflects, and it goes in. Limbs at Stamford Bridge. Absolute scenes. I couldn't believe it. I was, same here, limbs, can't lie. It was just a moment. And we know this is what I said. We're only going to be able to celebrate moments. And probably the majority of are going to come through this lad, Cole Palmer. What a fantastic season he's had. My only worry now is other teams are going to be sniffing around at him because he is that damn fucking good. And if we continue to be this bad and him carry this team, then yeah, I wouldn't blame him if he left. Doesn't owe us anything. We've just been giving him game time and him being able to prove that he is a very, very, very talented young man. And that was the game. It was over, 4-3. We move now to 10th, which I suppose battle for the top half is what we've been in the majority of the season to get into the top half of the table. That has been the battle, which is embarrassing. We are now level on points with Brighton. I think 2 behind West Ham and 5 behind United, who have Liverpool at the weekend, and we have Sheffield United. Knowing Chelsea will probably lose against Sheffield United, I have no confidence heading into that game. Even after this performance, still zero confidence. The inconsistency and the terrible defence. We can't have any confidence against any side. We just turn up and hope Cole Palmer does something magical and carries this team for the rest of the season. And it's not fair that we have to rely on a lad so young to carry this side. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing we've had to rely on him. But he is magical. He is very, very good. It's just a shame he hasn't got the quality around him. And people stepping up like he has been all season. Shame on them. Shame on the likes of Raheem Sterling, Conor Gallagher, Nicholas Jackson, Enzo and Caicedo. Just not being at the same level as him all season long. Badia Shield, Disasi, just not good enough. The rest of the team today was shocking. Right, if you go through and give them ratings, Petrovic in goal, give him like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. Malo Gusto was good. The only other player who has been good this season, who we can say, yeah, he's been very good. Good assist for the first goal. I'd give him a 7 out of 10. Defensively, he wasn't great again, and that's one of the sides that it could get better. But he's only young, so I'm not going to hold much against him. Badia Shield and Disasi were fucking dreadful. And I'm done with seeing them in our team. They are not good enough. 3s for both of them. Cucurella, not as bad as the others, but not great. Won a penalty. I'd give him a 6. Caicedo and Enzo, missing at times, awful at times, just not worth the money we paid. They are not. They need experience in there to help them. They really do. They need an experienced leader within that midfield to help the pair of them. They are crying out for someone to help them in there. Then we will see an improvement from the pair of them. I guarantee if we have an experienced midfielder in there with an experienced defender behind them, they will improve. Until that happens, they're not going to get any better. We're not going to see any improvement from the pair of them. I'd give them both 4s. Conor Gallagher scored a good goal, but other than that, again, poor. Kept giving the ball away consistently. We got better when he went off. I'd give him a 4. Mudryk, I just want to see him play for the rest of the season now. Just let him play and let him learn and let him get better, and hopefully we can see more from him. Not great, but okay, he tried. I'll give him a 5. Cole Palmer, 10 out of 10. Just saving this team, just carrying this team all fucking season. Putting this whole team and this whole club on his back and saving us. Nicholas Jackson, ineffective today. Give him a 4. We just need a striker in this team. We need an experienced striker. But transfer window, I'm hoping they're not looking at absolutely gutting out this whole squad and bringing in a whole load of new players. I don't want that. What we need to work on is getting those players fit and keeping them fit. Pochettino has to go. He has to go. He hasn't been good enough. That's fine. Getting a manager straight away. Don't faff around. If he's going, look now for his replacement. Start and make sure that person is ready to go the day after the end of this season. So they can implement what they want to implement. We can get these players fit that have been injured all seasons. Euron Kunkus, Reece James, Wesley Fofana, and the likes, Lavia, and all of them there. Then we only need to bring in my opinion, a couple of players. A couple. 3 or 4 at the most. And then we get rid of the ones that aren't good enough. We've seen it this season. There are players in this squad that are just not good enough. We bring back the players from loan. We decide who we want to keep, who we want to ship out. And then we go again. This club has been running into the ground, and they've got one more season to sort it out. Stanley, Stewart, and whoever else is in charge of the running of this club, you have one more go around. 3 strikes and you've got to go, man. This has been strike 2. Strike 1 was Potter and Lampard and Tuchel last season. That was an absolute mess. This season under Pochettino, and he had a pre-season, which Lampard and Potter didn't get. This has been an absolute mess. If you get it wrong next season, then I'm sorry, but the directors and everyone else, they need to go. Because it's been an absolute joke. This is your last chance. Let me know what you think down below. But Pochettino, I'm sorry, he ain't been good enough. This was dreadful. Pochettino and Ten Hag, it was who can be the worst. Like, some of the performances out there were dreadful. Some of the things I was watching them there, and they're standing there clapping some of that stuff. Like, we've got both of them got no midfields, and they're standing there clapping at the fact that it's like a basketball game. The defences were absolutely shocking today. Desassi celebrating tackles where he's put his team under pressure, loses the ball, and then he's having to win it back in a last-minute challenge because it's his own fucking fault, and he's celebrating the fact that he's given the other team a corner, and we're shit at defending corners. Guy's a clown. Shouldn't be in our club. Badia Shield, not good enough. Sorry, he's not. They sing that song about Todd Bowley going to find a Ferrari, more like a clapped-out fucking Ford Cortina. Fucking shit. He's absolutely shit. Ben Chilwell ain't good enough. I wouldn't mind if him going. I'm not fussed about Conor Gallagher to be good proper Chelsea. He knows what it means to be Chelsea. So Mason Mount did as well. Look what happened to him. Shocking. I love what Enzo Fernandes did to him. Loved it. That was brilliant. That was one of the best things about this game. Mason Mount comes on. Fucking Judas. Yeah, it feels like home, Old Trafford, does it? You came home and look what happened to you. Comes on the pitch and United are winning 3-2. He's olaying it, losing the ball every chance he gets. And he goes and loses it. 4-3. You mug. Mug. Have that, your minerals. Where were your minerals tonight, Mount? Yeah, nowhere. Cole Palmer's got the minerals now. Anyway, that's that. That's the show. We move to Sheffield United with no confidence whatsoever in this side, in this manager. We'll probably go and lose. Because after the Burnley performance, we have no confidence in this side. And after the performance against Middlesbrough and Brentford and against Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth and West Ham and away to United and away to Newcastle, why should we have any confidence? Why should we trust the process, trust the protest? Let's just see what happens, innit? Let's just ride this season out and then hope they can sort it out for next season. Let me know what you think down below. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. Up the Chelsea.